Okay, boys and girls, so today we're going to be typing our location paragraph. What I want you to make sure that you have in front of you is your rubric and your research. So if you don't have that in front of you, make sure to pause the video and take it out right now. We are going to be telling our reader where the rainforest animal lives. We're going to include any continents that the animal lives on, a couple of countries. You don't have to list every single country if there's a lot. The rainforest name, if you have a rainforest name, and also the layer of rainforest that your animal lives in. And it could be more than one. We're also going to include a transition sentence as well. We want to try to have these words or a variation of these words in our paragraph. So you could say location, located, locate, equator, obviously rainforest, and then we want to make sure we include the name of the layer. All right, so here we go. I'm going to model for you what to type. You can pause the video and you can go back and forth between what I have typed and what you're typing. You can watch the whole video and then go ahead and type. Either way that works for you, but just make sure you keep mine open and use my video to help you write yours. And make sure that you I was trying to think of what I was going to say. Make sure that you are writing about your animal, not about the animal that I'm going to write about, okay? So you should already have your introduction typed. I don't have one here, but that's okay. You're going to go hit enter and go to the next paragraph, and then you want to hit tab. All right, so everyone make sure you do that. The tab just indents our paragraph. So I want to start with a topic sentence that kind of just tells my reader a little bit about rainforests, and that can be a topic sentence. So all rainforests are located between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn along the equator. Period. So that way I'm just kind of saying, I'm talking about all rainforests, and then I'm going to get smaller and more detailed with my animal. You could do the same thing as well. The giant African millipede is located on the continent of Africa, obviously, in the countries of, and I have no idea how to say these names, I'm just going to go ahead and type them. Okay? You might say something a little bit different. You might be saying that your animal is located on the continents of. Another thing you could do is if your animal is in a lot of different continents, all except for maybe Antarctica and Europe, you could say the blah 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 is located in on all continents except for Europe and Antarctica. So you kind of want to look at where your animal is. You could always do a list as well. Okay, so our next sentence that we want to include is about the name of our rainforest, the name of the rainforest that the animal is located in. So we're going to start, instead of starting with the name of the animal, I'm going to actually start with the name of the rainforest. So I'm going to say the Congo is where you can find this insect. I'm going to call it this insect instead of calling it the giant African millipede again. Congo is where you can find this insect. And then I'm going to actually continue this sentence, and I'm going to write which layer it's found in. So hiding on the forest floor. I'm going to add a little detail. So the Congo is where you can find this insect hiding in rotted wood on the forest floor. I actually think along the forest floor sounds better. So do you hear how I keep saying it? When I write a sentence, I'm going to read it out loud, and I might say, oh, I think that might sound better. So you should be doing that too while you're typing, kind of like stop, read it to yourself nice and quiet, and make changes if you want to. So let's read what we have so far. All rainforests are located between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn along the equator. The giant African millipede is located on the continent of Africa in the countries of blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. The Congo is where you can find this insect hiding in rotted wood along the forest floor. So I want to show you what I did here. So you could write the name of the rainforest. Your animal might be in 2 rainforests or 3 rainforests, and you can do a list, which is totally fine. So you might do the Amazon rainforest, and the Central American rainforest is where you can find blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you might want to do a list, or Southeast Asian rainforest and Australian rainforest. Now, notice how I wrote is where you can find this insect hiding in rotted wood. So I'm giving you a little bit of detail as the reader about what the animal is doing on the forest floor. Okay? Let me point out your animal might be on the forest floor, might be hunting along the forest floor, and then you might write, but later it climbs to the understory to sleep at night. Okay, so you want to add a little bit of detail in here if you can. Swinging from tree to tree, flying from tree to tree, burrowing, swimming. It depends on what your animal is doing, but I use the verb hiding, and I gave a little bit more detail. You might say in nest or something like that. Okay, I'll stop talking. Let's just look really quick, because this is what you should be doing. Going back, I wrote down the continent of Africa. I wrote down 2 countries. I need a rainforest name. So I have to add that in, and then the layer. Okay? So let's actually take the rainforest name and we'll put it into our transition. Structural adaptations help them, so whatever the animal is, survive in their particular rainforest or layer. So since we didn't talk about the rainforest yet, I'm going to talk about it right now. Okay. Heading back. So I called it the giant African millipede. I call it this insect. So I'm going to write this many-legged herbivore uses its structures. So I'm talking about what the next paragraph is about. In order to survive in the rainforests of Congo. I just realized I did already write about the Congo. Anyways, so let's make sure I have some keywords. I did say located, I did say equator in my topic sentence, I just said rainforest, and I did say layer name. So can you just make sure that you also do all this kind of like double checking before you're done? So I have my topic sentence of the paragraph, I have a couple of sentences with more details, and then I have my conclusion. So make sure that you have all of those things. Alright, so go on ahead and type your location paragraph. Good luck, and let your teacher know if you have any questions.